The Tampa Bay High School Sports Report is presented by the Greater Tampa Bay Area Buick and GMC dealers. Visit a Tampa Bay dealer today.
He is the host of Sharp Edge, Saturdays from 9 to noon on 620 WDAE, the sports animal, along with being one of the voices of the Tampa Bay Storm to kick off their season March 10th in Chicago. That would be Derek Sharp and Harleys and Hoops. You're going to have to explain this.
Oh, does it really need an explanation?
Harleys
okay,
and Hoops.
fine. Yeah, Harleys and Hoops this Saturday.
Okay.
USF's playing a big game at noon.
Right.
I'm on from 9 to noon, so you figure maybe I'd be at the Forum. Just so happens, already pre-scheduled, I'm going to be at Harley-Davidson of Brandon.
Okay.
9 to 1. So it's Harleys and Hoops, baby. We're going to be talking about state hoops, USF hoops.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of USF calls last week. I'm going to be so worried about them. I want them to get into the tournament so bad. I know you do too.
should.
So that's going to be a big focus this weekend, believe me.
I like that. We're going to talk a lot about basketball right now. And the story that we brought to you right when we actually came on the air with Our Team Sports about 3 years ago, Stephanie Crawford, the boys basketball coach at Hillsborough, has been let go.
And it's too bad because she did a lot from an academic standpoint there. The first year, of course, it was a big story. First female to coach a boys basketball team. I think they won 18 games that first year, lost all of her players in only 7 games the last 2 years. They say it was because she's not a teacher at the school, but I have a feeling if
Wins and losses.
the winning percentage was a little better, she'd still be there, but great lady.
Well, speaking of winning percentage, how about Tampa Prep right now? And we have some celebration video from when they beat Orlando First Academy that we're going to throw up there. Joe Fenlon, again back in Lakeland for another chance at a state title.
And why not celebrate like crazy? I love these scenes so much. That's why we do what we do. And first, as a basketball fan, I just love seeing that many people show up for a game. Not to mention they get to go crazy. Not to mention all the drama in the backstory you referenced. And if USF coach Stan Heath hasn't played the pick 4, 4-6, 4-5 yet, he's crazy. That was the final score of that game, 46-45.
Yep.
And then USF on Sunday against Cincinnati, 46-45.
Well done. Congrats out to those guys. And also we want to make mention of Shorecrest Prep, lost in the 3A semis as well. So
yeah.
Great season by them.
Well, Tampa Prep pulled out another close one, but Shorecrest didn't come down to being close at the end. Listen, they hit their threes all year long. 2 for 25, I believe they were.
Yeah.
And if that's your game and what you're used to have, just flow naturally. And it happens sometimes at state. It just does.
It does. There's no question about that. And last week we told you guys that 12 Bay Area boys basketball teams were still alive in 7 classes. Now, some of them went head-to-head in the region finals, so something had to give. In the end, 7 teams survived and made the trip to Lakeland. Now down to 6 right about now. We're going to start with the 7A, St. Petersburg, a team that has not been in the Final Four for quite some time, Derek.
They barely got out of the Final Four of their district tournament.
Yeah.
They had to go overtime, and all their games are close. They run into the 4th-ranked team in the state, Martin County, in the region finals. They win a dramatic game. I mean, this is a great story, but to have it continue, now you're running up against the #1 team in the state, Ely. I'm not going to say the story's going to end for sure, but it's been a great story. That's how I'll finish that sentence.
It's sports. You never know what's going to happen. Class 6A, Winter Haven versus Miami Norland. Same Final Four as the girls game on Friday.
That's right, and hopefully Winter Haven's boys have better luck. In fact, it's funny because Norland's girls team showed up for the boys game the other night, and they had a battle down in Naples, and they barely won. Meanwhile, Winter Haven with the Devon Walker, 27 points. They seemingly are cruising along. Of course, it's in Lakeland. You have 2 Polk County teams, and you really have to like their chances. Winter Haven would run into Leesburg, a state champ from last year in the final potentially, but I love Winter Haven's chances.
Good shot there. Class 5A, 2 chances here for the Bay Area. Thursday night, Nature Coast with the big man Tyler Bergantino taking on Terry Parker out of Jacksonville.
All Bay Area final. Calling it right now. Nature Coast went up to Gainesville against a pressure-packed defense and basically shut them down. And as you mentioned, the big kid, but they've got some guards that can handle the pressure, which you need at this time of year.
And the other 5A semi, Lake Wales, maybe the best team of any classification in Florida against Plantation American Heritage.
Well, that's why I mentioned the handling the pressure part. Because if Nature Coast gets to play Lake Wales, people aren't ready for what they throw at them. Lake Wales beat Jesuit, folks, 76-35. All their postseason games, that's been their average victory margin, 40 points. I think Lake Wales and Nature Coast would be a thriller, great crowd bases, but you got to like Lake Wales to win it all.
Class 4A, Berkeley Prep versus Pinecrest School from Fort Lauderdale.
Berkeley Prep needing to handle the height of Pinecrest. They got a 6'8" and 6'7", but the best name is the 6'5" guy who's their leading scorer. His name is Calvin Klein.
Oh, really?
So they better have some good designs on how to stop him.
There you go, fashionistas. All right.
Sorry about that.
Some football stuff for you. Brandon hiring Hillsborough defensive coordinator Dean Eichner. Nice for him to get a shot after 17 years at that school, Derek.
And apparently blew away the AD there with an interview, and they snapped him up right away. Brandon's been an unsung team that's always winning the last few years. Also,
one real quick note, Blake has hired Michael Burns for their head football job. No more vacancies left in Hillsborough County. All right, that's going to do it for this week's show. We hope you enjoyed it. A lot more where this one came from. Closed captioning for this week's show is brought to you by the Rotary Club of District 6890. Check out their website for fun, fellowship, and Rotary info. Be sure to stay in contact with us on Facebook and Twitter. We want you to be a part of this as well for all the guests who have been here today. Until next time, kids.